Hi you guys, happy Monday, happy post full moon in Taurus. It's me, Shamama Hunting Owl, and I'm here with a message for us for what's going on right now. For the last few days, actually last week or so, I've felt Lilith very strongly around me. And this morning I was guided to use the Lilith Bible Tarot for the daily card, and the messages started just pouring through. You hear Journey in the background. I decided to do this video outside today from my yard, and the weather here, so it's kind of going to be all over the place because I'm feeling a lot inside of me churning around. So I want to thank you guys first always for being here, for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel and all the Patreon stuff and the daily cards and all of that, you guys. Thank you always so much. I'm always in such gratitude for you all being here with me and on this journey and for the messages. So I'm going to start with like the weather here today. I live in South Florida and the weather is really weird today. It is overcast, kind of cloudy, not raining, but this overcast and this very, very, very windy. And I was guided to do this video outside. It's like exactly how the weather is exactly how I'm feeling inside. I am feeling all of this churning energy, not necessarily negative, but things being stirred up big time, just this massive whirlwind. And as Lilith came through this morning, it was like I could feel her, I don't want to use the word fury but it's fury. Not anger, not rage, but just this chaos, this turmoil that was just, again, this spinning energy. And I really had to take some time this morning to, we have Journey here as always, to ground and really kind of get myself into a place where I would actually be able to talk to you guys and make sense. Because I was feeling very, very ungrounded, and I felt like if I got on and tried to talk to you guys feeling like that, it was gonna come out like, hi Journey, like the Blair Witch Project. Like I was gonna just be like scattered and all over the place. Sit down, baby. Lay down. No, come on, lay down. Come on, lay down. Lay down, crazy. Okay, lay down. Come on, good boy. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Okay. So, I want to start with what has been happening and what initiated all of this Lilith energy around me. So, I think it was earlier last week. I was experiencing this really weird pain in my rib cage, right under like my right breast, in my ribs, and it actually felt like a stab wound, but on my ribs, if that makes sense. And I kept getting the vision of like Adam and Eve. Now, I know, and I want to preface everything that I'm going to say with the understanding that I'm gonna use some biblical context only for symbolic purposes. We all know that the biblical stories have all been interpreted in a way for the church to have control, power, initiate fear, shame, and all of that, to keep people in a place of what's the word? Keep people in a place of conformity, okay? So understand that I'm not taking things strictly biblical, but the messages have to come through in that way to some regard. So, okay, so this pain that I was having, and I wasn't the only one that had it, actually. My friend Jamie started having the same pain, same spot, around the same time that I did. And I kept getting this vision of Adam and Eve and the making of Eve from Adam's rib, and the pain was like just like kept feeling like a stab wound, but yet it felt like I had a broken rib. Like it was hard to breathe, it was just really uncomfortable, and I could feel it aching into my heart. So the vision, like I said, I kept getting was this Adam and Eve vision of this breaking of the rib, this making this space within the body, and all of this creation story started coming forward. Now, where am I going with this? Okay, just bear with me, guys. Okay, so how this ties in to Lilith. Well, I have to back up a little bit more, because it was I channeled a very strong message regarding the full moon that I had written out and posted on Instagram and Facebook and Patreon for you guys about the need for the divine feminines. Now, again, this is not just twin related, but this is important to completely let go of the divine masculine's 3D presence in their life. If you're not in union, if you're still in separation, whatever, still pining, holding on, longing, missing, all of those things, still energetically attached in the 3D world, it was very, very important for the divine feminine to completely surrender and let go of all attachments to the divine masculine counterpart, to free themselves from the energy drains that have been going on, to honor themselves first. And again, the energy that kept coming through was this Lilith energy. So I want to explain a little bit about the Lilith energy. You know, Lilith was actually the first wife to Adam, created as his equal counterpart, and this relates to the core wounds. So and again, I'm gonna jump all over the place, you guys, so just try to stay with me, bear with me. So back probably a couple of years ago, I did a video that talked about healing the separation wound of when our twin and us split, when we agreed to come here, when we agreed to part ways and do this 3D life journey, and the split that took place when our souls separated. And it was a very, very powerful energy, and a lot of pain and a lot of wounding came up around this, and a lot of suffering, and we had to release that pain from that initial separation. Well, that's what's coming up with this Lilith energy is more of a wound. I don't want to use the word original sin, but our original sin wound related to the relationship between Adam and Lilith. And Adam being the divine masculine, Lilith being the divine feminine, Adam's non-acceptance of Lilith for all that she was, all that, the fire, the fury, all of those things, the power that Lilith held, that she wasn't subservient, and Adam's rejection of Lilith, and Lilith's response to that rejection and her abandonment of Adam at that time. And this is the wound that is coming up. This is, and I don't say original sin, and as we talk, the wind is blowing even harder. I don't want to say sin, but an original wound that has created this distrust between the masculine and the feminine, this imbalance from the get-go of the masculine not being able to accept, fearing the power of the feminine in the fact that she holds such great knowledge, wisdom, insight, and healing ability, that it is scary, that it was scary, and that she is not meant to be subservient, but meant to be an equal in relationship. And so it's okay. So hang on. Okay, so with that, Lilith takes off. She goes, does her own thing. She becomes sort of this wicked, outcast by biblical terms, this darker energy of the feminine embodiment. And then there is the creation of Eve. Eve being Adam's new wife. And yet again, there is this issue that comes up with Adam and Eve, where Eve doesn't just want to be subservient, where Eve wants to please and love, wants to please and love Adam, but she also has her own desires, her own goals, her own things. And of course we then get into the biblical story of Eve eating from the tree of knowledge and wanting to, and it's 11:11 on my clock right now, and wanting to know all things and be wise and powerful, and not in an egoic way, but wanting to understand and explore all that is. And then of course, the biblical story where, she's tempted to eat from the tree, she brings original sin, women are sinners, we're temptress, we're this, we're that, she brings the downfall of Eden, blah, 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 blah. But again, there's that rejection from Adam of Eve, the blame placed on the feminine for her wanting, desiring to be powerful in and of her own self, and the non-acceptance of what that looked like. And again, there's that rejection and abandonment between the two. So this is the wound that is coming up to heal. This is what's very important for us to focus on right now. And the card of today, the day, if you guys didn't get to read it, I'm not going to go over what it all said, but I used the Lilith Bible Tarot, okay? And the card was the Nine of Pentacles, but it came out in reverse. And normally the Nine of Pentacles, we know, is about a strong, independent, self-sufficient, woman. But in reverse, it means the opposite. It means that there is a disconnect from the feminine claiming who she is, feeling powerful and whole enough in herself to be able to be successful and accomplish all of the things that she hopes and wants and dreams to accomplish. And a lot of this ties in to our spiritual journey with our divine masculine. We have all been told for so long, mission, 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 we're going to do mission together, blah, blah, blah. We need our counterpart to be in mission and service. And yes, there are things we can do without them, but there's, the bigger push is that unions are important in order to bring a greater level of mission and healing to the world, to ourselves, to humanity, to bring in the new earth, to anchor it in here. And so where am I going with this? Hang on, you guys. I keep losing my train of thought. So with this, there is this need to address how powerful we are in and of ourselves, okay? To be able to accomplish and succeed at whatever it is we choose to do so. And in claiming our wholeness, in getting past the rejection issues that we have felt and experienced on this twin flame journey from our divine counterpart, when our masculine hasn't chosen us and we choose them, when we have in the past attempted to be like Eve, to be subservient, to prove our love, our value, our worth to our masculine. In doing so, we were abandoning ourselves. We were letting ourselves we weren't putting ourselves first. We were abandoning ourselves, our truths, feeling that we needed to prove that we were worthy to have and experience someone else's love for ourselves, for us. And in order to be in a relationship with that person, you know, we did many things that we would never have done, you know, to try to prove ourselves, to gain the love, the respect from our beloved, from our twin, from our counterpart, whatever, you know, and that allowed us the opportunity, obviously, to start doing this journey, to bring in our healing, to see and recognize the codependent patterns, the pieces of ourselves that we had let go. So what I'm hearing is that we really need, as the divine feminine, to go back to this time in our history, within ourselves, within our DNA, and reconcile the energy of the rejection that we felt, that we experienced, and that we have continued to experience through all of these lifetimes that we have recreated with our divine counterparts. And forgive those pieces, forgive the rejection, forgive the abandonment, you know, come back to a place of inner peace for yourself, because you are whole. Regardless of sharing a soul with your beloved, you are still whole. You know, we always talk about, and I've talked about this in the past, and I haven't talked about it in a long time, but you know, people used to say about, like, you know, bringing, you know, a partnership is 50-50. No, a partnership is 100-100. You don't bring only 50% of yourself into your partnership. You bring 100% of yourself into your partnership. You know, you are whole and complete, and you give whole and completeness to your relationships, to everything you do. You don't just give 50%. So, hang on, I gotta take a break for a second. I need to take a water, and I need to refocus. So Lilith is saying, reclaim your power. Reclaim who you are as the divine creatrix of all that is. You are powerful, and your power is like a storm, like chaos, like fury. It can be all of the things. It doesn't have to be submissive and sweet and kind and love and light all the time. And that's a lesson also for the divine masculine to understand, that the feminine is not here to be at your whim, at your disposal, a play toy, a subservient to your desires. The divine feminine is here to be your equal, for you to be a strong and noble and gentle and kind and leader to her feminine, to be able to hold that space for the feminine, to protect her and serve her as well. This is all equal. This is on 100% that we need to be aligned in these energies. And the feminine needs to stop giving up on herself, trying to please, trying to conform to what other people, or what she feels that other people need from her. She needs to be herself. The masculine needs to be himself. There needs to be a full expressive vulnerability without rejection, without abandonment, with honoring and respecting everyone's uniqueness and how beautiful that makes them. So yeah. Whew. Okay. So I hope that this made sense, you guys. This is what we are being asked to examine within us. So taking this back, feminine, reflecting on when you have been rejected, how that has made you feel, when you tried to do the things that you thought would make your masculine happy or pleased or love you more, and it didn't work. The rejection that came from it, the lack of not being chosen. And masculine, you need to please examine where it is that you are not holding space for your feminine, for the fact that she is powerful and she can't be controlled. But that doesn't mean it's bad. That doesn't make it negative. You know, now again, I'm not talking about toxic karmic partnerships or anything like that. I'm talking about the divine counterparts, the twins, the true twins on this journey. And we really need to step back, and where did you as the masculine not protect your feminine, not believe in her, not keep a safe space for her? And feminine, where did you abandon yourself and your masculine in that process of being rejected? You know, we both have reincarnated in these lives as females and males, you know, back and forth in different bodies throughout. So when I say these messages, I'm not just telling the male vessels to examine their masculine. I'm talking about all of us, or the females. Examine these wounds within yourself. Examine where you as have been abandoned, as when you have abandoned, where you have rejected, as have been rejected. This is a two-sided coin here that needs to be dug back into very, very deep into our lineage, into our original sins, so to speak, of creation, where we, quote unquote, fucked up from the start. Okay? Why? Why does the feminine threaten the masculine? Why does the feminine feel so wounded and rejected in that threat? Why does the masculine run? Why does the feminine need to chase? All of these things, it's a deeper level of understanding is all I'm saying, you guys. And Lilith wants you guys to know that we are all powerful in our own wholeness. So if you are not with your divine counterpart, if you are, you know, in a place where they have chosen something else and are going a different path at this time, Lilith is asking you to just love yourself as you would love your divine counterpart. Love yourself as you are your own sacred partner. Continue forward and believe in your truth. That doesn't mean abandon your truth. That means trust that you don't need to worry about anything that is meant for you, because it will be yours. And all she keeps saying is just know how powerful you are. We all are. And that we are creating this new world to bring the masculine and feminine back together in their own complete wholeness. You know, not these broken pieces that are surrounded with doubts and fears and insecurities. So I think that's it. I know I'm going to be doing, if you guys are interested, I am going to be doing a healing around this, a light language healing transmission around healing this wound for Patreon. Later today I will be posting that. I just need to kind of center and ground myself before I do that. So if you're interested, please go check out Patreon. And that's it, you guys. I am sending you all so much love and light. Gratitude and blessings, always, beautiful souls, and I will talk to you again soon. I love you guys so very much. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.